Hey, Pure Spirits, it's your life coach, Diamond. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm still a little under the weather, but I was like, I gotta make these videos for y'all. So, this topic was requested by one of my subscribers, so shout out to you. Let's get into it. So, vetting friendships is serious. For me, it's very serious after all the betrayal that I've personally been through, okay? So friendship is it's like marriage. You know, these are people you're either spending an entire season or a lifetime with. And the last thing you want to do is have an enemy in your space and not know it. So you have to be very careful about the friends that you select. You wouldn't just marry somebody because y'all went on a date once. You get what I'm saying? Y'all hung out once, now y'all friends. No, y'all ain't friends. Okay? So let's get into it. Point 1, right? So look past the mask. Right? When you first meet people, they're going to show you their disguise. They're going to show you who they want you to see, not who they really are, right? That mask takes time to come off. And you don't have to get deeply intimate with that person as a friend. Like have them sleep over at your house, watching your kids, for their mask to start slipping. Just spend enough time with them and really pay attention. And people will show you who they are. Okay, y'all could go out to the club. Y'all can go to brunch. Okay, pay attention to who they are when things don't go their way, when they think nobody's watching, when the spotlight's on you. All the things I always tell you guys, these are things you watch for when it comes to making new friends, okay? So that's the first and most important step. Understanding that there is a mask when you are first meeting these people, okay? Number 2, me personally, I watch for a lack of humility, right? I don't do well with condescending people, right? Don't talk down to janitors or disabled folks or anyone in front of me. I will go 0 to 100 real quick and I will cut you off. And the thing is that, I don't like this because even if you're in a rough position, they will look down on you the same way. They're not humble. And I remember I had went out with a friend I used to be really close with. And the way she spoke to this waitress, I had to check her like, girl, you grew up in the P's. Now you got a degree and you just want to just talk to people like they're the scum between your toes. I thought that was just so crazy for her not to be humble coming from the environment that she came from. You get what I'm saying? I don't like people like that. It showed me that she had no humility. And that's the reason I actually stopped dealing with her. And then a couple years passed, I gave her a chance to come back around me and she ended up hating. You know what I'm saying? She ended up being a hater. And y'all see how I cut it off for that reason and she ended up doing something else? Because those people do have a jealous spirit. Okay? They want to feel better than somebody because they're insecure. Okay? So, if someone lacks compassion and looks down on others, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. So just be mindful of that because your friends are not the people who are there during the good times. These are people who will be seeing what you're going through in your bad times and being able to have access to speak into you during those times. And you do not want someone who doesn't have compassion and someone who is an enemy up in your camp. Okay? Number 3, energy drainers. These people, oh my gosh, I cannot stand them, right? Beware of people who treat you like a therapist. If all they do is trauma dump, overshare and unload on you, but then disappear when you need support, immediate red flag. Okay? And let's be honest, if y'all don't even know each other that well, why are they telling you their whole life story? Like, that's not transparency, that's leakage, okay? And chances are, these people usually run their mouth with your business also. They're not able to keep their business and what should be private and important to themselves. They're going to go and tell your business too. Because they don't see their business as important to keep private. And I'm a very private person. I'm very funny about my business. So stuff like that I pay attention to, right? So yeah, you're not their therapist. Point 4, boundary pushers. I made a video about this on my page about how only evil people hate boundaries. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. But this is what I'm talking about. Anyone who makes you feel like you're doing too much for having boundaries has got to go. If someone can't respect your no, your silence, or your standards, they do not need access to you. Okay, boundaries are not just about romantic relationships. They show up in friendships as well as family. Okay, you have boundaries. You are entitled to want people to respect and treat you a certain way because it's your life that they're trying to be a part of. Just like I would hope that you're being respectful when you're a part of other people's lives and treating them with respect and the things that they ask for. If they ain't asking you to bow down and pray to them, they ain't really asking you, for like a lot. If they're asking you to not address them as certain things. Like me, I don't like when my friends call me a bad bitch or a bitch. I personally don't like it. Don't call me that. I'm a spiritual, God-fearing woman. I see myself as a goddess. I refuse to be called low vibrational things. And when people don't respect that, that's just an example. They just won't have access to me. You can go have access to the bad bitches. The bad bitches are not over here. The goddesses are over here. Okay? So, yeah, boundaries. Those are boundaries, okay? People don't respect. Then they get removed. Point 5 that I look for when vetting in my friendships is low-key competitiveness, right? Low-key competition is really weird. These are the people that try to outdo you. So, like, if you and a friend are going out to a party and she picks out a pink dress, you pick out a black dress, and you show her your dress, and for some reason she likes your style better, she'll go find an embellished version of your same exact dress, but I guess more over the top, right? Like she's trying to outdo you. And that's how it will go in any category that it appears in. Okay, I remember I had a friend who tried to reconnect after doing this to me. And I just wasn't for reconnecting because even if there is accountability, that kind of thing needs to stay at arm's length because it's not always obvious. You know what I mean? And it does come from a place of jealousy and insecurity. And my firm belief is that anyone who's jealous of you, insecure of you, will try to physically harm you one day if it goes unchecked or if it's something that they think they can get away with. Right? My last point is I pay attention to people who are God-fearing but not holier than thou. That's like a really big thing for me. I love God. I love when my friends love God, but I don't do the holier than thou, Pharisees type of people. And how I can tell is that when I correct someone with something that I know spiritually or biblically could hinder them from any blessings God has for them that they might not be aware of, I correct from a place of grace and not pride, right? And what I mean by this is like, if someone tries to humiliate you with a word or talk down to you in the name of correction, that's what I mean. Those are the holier than thou people. You can let someone know that God doesn't approve of something in a nice way or a gentle way. You don't have to make people feel like they're being judged or humiliate them because of mistakes or things that they might not be aware of. And even if they don't know, as someone that's God-fearing, You should correct them with love. You shouldn't be condescending towards them. So those are the 6 points that I look for when it comes to vetting in friendships. That's, of course, outside of me praying for discernment from God, and watching to see what discernment I receive. It does take patience and courage. And remember that it's better to have no friends than fake ones. So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your life coach, Diamond, signing out.